You're listening to Moviesucktastic.
Sounds like some bad movie.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Moviesucktastic. This week we are unfortunately, we are reviewing Solarbabies. Now, this is a film that I challenged to Scott. I remembered liking this.
Whoa. I thought I challenged you.
No.
Yes.
You challenged me to Fatal Beauty. I challenged you to Solarbabies because James LaGrosse was in Solarbabies.
Sure.
You don't have a challenge for me now, do you?
Of course I do.
You pull one out of your ass real quick.
Please, this movie, there are so many bad movies connected to this film. It's not even 6 degrees of bad shit. It's like 1 degree. It's like Hello Neighbor shit. There's no... It's like crappy connect the dots. That's all it is. Pretty
much. So, yes, you challenged me to Fatal Beauty. James LaGrosse was in that. I challenged you to Solarbabies because he was in Solarbabies.
Oh, I already have your challenge, by the way. So
already have it.
That quick.
That
quick.
That quick. Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I remember, watching this. Cinemax. This was a Cinemax special. I remember watching this as a kid. And I remembered liking it. I remembered liking it a lot.
You poor bastard.
And it's really bad. It's a lot. Yeah, it was also one of those films that was hard to get back then.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It was just one of those films that it just seemed everyone had this affliction to. Like they wanted to see it, but they knew. I don't know. They knew it was bad. It's just one of those films. And watching it now as an adult, you really get the idea of just how bad it truly is.
It's pretty bad.
It's fucking horrible.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, basic plot of the film: ragtag teenagers who play this combination of lacrosse and hockey.
You're already way ahead of the game here, sir. You got to set.
That's how the film even. That's how it starts. It's a post-apocalyptic future.
It starts with a voiceover explaining that this is a post-apocalyptic future where there's no more water. There's like a drought. There's like no water left. It's
right. It's all gone.
It's like the apocalypse we're actually looking towards now with climate change, except slightly more entertaining. And so we're in a future world where there's hardly any water left. There are giant protected cities, supposedly. We never get to see them. And these cities apparently send their children off, orphans off, which I guess are actually kidnapped. I don't know. I'm just a little foggy on that. But they have these government-run orphanages, much like Newt Gingrich wanted. Huh. And in these orphanages, they indoctrinate the children into, as far as I can tell, hating eco-environmental terrorists and liking the roller skate.
Pretty much.
Right.
So what happened here?
Then we get into the introduction where these orphans the only real pastime they're allowed, entertainment, is they usher them into these roller rinks where they skate in circles while they show videos of guys in motorcycle outfits beating each other with sticks.
Right.
And then some of them are brave enough to escape the orphanage at night to do clandestine, covert, secret. So use a different word. That's how that works. Secret roller lacrosse matches.
That's right. My favorite part of that scene is when the opening scene, where they challenge the team to a match, where they say rules, and then of course that gets a little rough, and he's like, "All right, no rules." But my favorite scene has nothing to do with the game that they were even playing.
1 minute of gameplay. It's like, all right, no rules. That's it. Wow, okay, this guy's all right.
These guys are fucking serious.
And that was the good guy. That's the hero. That's
right.
Michael.
Jason Patrick from Michael from Lost Boys. You're eating maggots, Michael.
Mm-hmm.
How are those noodles? You're eating worms, Michael. Darstar, he's on his roller skates. They're not even cool enough for rollerblades. They're just using roller skates. And
they didn't have rollerblades back then.
Stop it. Rollerblades have been around for a while.
For a while, yes, but not when this film was made.
Yes.
Really?
Do we need to look it up?
I will look it up because I'm right.
You're not. I believe rollerblades were introduced in the late 70s, early 80s.
Bullshit.
Anyway.
Bullshit.
Hey, look it up.
I'm looking it. Go.
Okay.
Go.
And anyway, my favorite scene is when Darstar, he goes roller skating, and then he looks over and a fucking owl just flies to his arm. It's just like, really? This is what we're doing? This guy can only communicate with animals?
I had a Beastmaster flashback immediately.
Yeah, right? Roar! Oh! I had a Beastmaster flashback with this fucking new Diet Mountain Dew commercial that they have, where he does the same exact thing, and then a fucking hawk delivers him a fucking Diet Dr. Pepper. Have you seen that commercial yet?
Which one?
It's a Diet Dr. Pepper commercial where this guy who's supposed to be like this rugged, all man guy, he does a bird call where he goes, "Grah!" and then a fucking hawk delivers him a Diet Dr. Pepper.
And I don't watch TV anymore. No, I haven't seen that.
I don't watch it either, but somehow I've managed to catch this commercial 50 times. It's fucking ridiculous. It's a dumb commercial, but you could absolutely tell that they had some influence from film, because it's like, this guy does a bird call, fucking hawk delivers him a Dr. Pepper. Yeah. They wanted it to be beer, but they have to do Dr. Pepper.
Now, all right.
So when are rollerblades invented?
You are right and you are wrong. Let me explain.
Okay.
Listen, rollerblades were invented. The company was started in 1980.
Okay.
However, for the several years after they improved upon the rollerblades. They were started before 1980. In 1980, they improved upon them, and even though they were distributed up to then, it wasn't until several years after '83 when they re-registered them and trademarked them that they were actually available in the U.S. They were only distributed to Italy and Central Europe. So they were. So in 1986, when this is made, rollerblades are maybe just starting to appear. But they're still only widely available and even then limited distribution in Europe. So as far as Americans go, yeah, still doing this. So you're right, but you're wrong.
I'm not surprised that roller skates are in the film because they were obviously the more popular.
I am surprised. All right, here I was with my.
I'm surprised roller skates are in the film. Period. But
that's what I'm saying. I was with my writing group on Wednesday evening. I said, well, tune in. We're going to do Solarbabies. And, of course, these are all like 17 to like 23, 24.
Jesus
and
Christ. If we told them we were doing Total Recall, they'd look at us funny.
Well, they're like, this with Solarbabies, they're allowed because it's not even available on like DVD or anything. So it's really hard to find. Actually, though, you can watch the full version on IMDb.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that.
I just discovered it today. They have the full version. I posted it on our Tumblr. page.
Oh yeah, there it is. All 94 minutes of it.
Just moviesucktastic.tumblr.com. It's the full movie on IMDb. So, but I was telling them we're doing Solarbabies, and they asked, well, what's it about? And never in my life have I had a harder time explaining what a film's about.
You know, I watched this film yesterday. I ended up staying home, and I watched it, and I'm just halfway through this film. I'm like, what the fuck am I watching?
Right. So I say, listen, it's a post-apocalyptic film where there's no water, and this group of kids on roller skates called Solarbabies are protecting this orb from. And I said, well, why are they on roller skates?
Bodhi.
Yeah. First of all, why are they called Solarbabies? So well, I don't know. The film actually asks why the hell they're called Solarbabies. In the first 10 minutes, the head bad guy, whose name I do not recall. Who is the head bad guy?
Yeah, what's his face? It's I have it right in front of me.
What's his face now?
Grok. Richard Jordan plays him.
Yeah, what a great name that is. Grok character turns to Charles Durning, who was slumming it, obviously, and says, "Why do they call themselves Solarbabies anyway?" And Charles Durning doesn't even answer him. He's like, "Well, they never felt the need to be called anything else." So that's not an answer. Why are they Solarbabies?
Why is this even in the script? Because we could have avoided what is now perceived as lazy screenwriting.
Well, I don't even know if... So I'm telling them what this film's about, and the first out of the three things I tell them the film's about, post-apocalypse, roller skates, and Solarbabies, two of those three things I can't explain. I can't explain why they're on roller skates. I can't explain why they're called Solarbabies. So automatically I'm off to a bad start.
Now, the only thing I can imagine why they're called Solarbabies is because they have these lights on their skates. Are they solar powered? And that's how they get the name? I mean, it's never explained, but it's the only thing I can assume that maybe that was said in an original script and they just never got to it in the film.
Possible.
I don't know. It's the only thing I can think of is that because their skates light up. That's it.
Yeah. But that's not it.
It's probably not, but
it's not it.
It's the only answer I could come up with.
Yeah. Now, so they're in this orphanage where they escape at night through all these tunnels. The kids are on roller skates, and all the tunnels are like paved. And it's like, how do they get out at night? It says, well, probably through those paved tunnels you have leaving the building.
Yeah, they're perfectly paved.
Maybe you just like threw some gravel down, you'd stop them. I don't
right. You know, it's like this shit wasn't carved with a spoon.
and apparently, one of the renegade teams that keeps sneaking out as well is run by Grok himself. And so there's jealousy involved because they keep beating his team. And you will, if you watch this film, you will tremble at the might of one of the lead bad guys, who is the evil captain of the evil roller lacrosse team.
Yeah, I think I've had hamsters that are tougher than this guy.
He wishes he was the kid from Karate Kid.
He wishes he was the villain from Legend of Billie Jean. Forget Karate Kid.
There you go.
Oh, fuck.
I can see that.
Which I rewatched the other day. Still like that movie.
Oh, yeah, it's classic.
Yeah, it's unavailable as well.
In the orphanage, now next to the roller rink thing, where I'm not even exaggerating, it's just them skating in a circle while they show images of guys in motorcycle helmets beating each other, with weird slogans being spoken in the background. And I for the life of me, I have to go back and like try to write down some of them because it was just the most bizarre, like wanting to be like Brave New World, 1984 type stuff.
Sure.
Yeah. But but when they get caught, they get punished for for leaving the orphanage to play roller lacrosse, which is an infraction. He punishes them, and they say like, "All right, you're going to give us 12 cubic meters." So what? I make it 20 cubic meters. It's like, okay, 20 cubic meters of what? Then they give them the shovels and they start shoveling. It's like, okay, that makes sense. But they're not measuring it. They're just like digging the dirt and throwing it to the sides. So how do you know when they get to 12 cubic meters?
Maybe somebody periodically comes and measures.
Why couldn't they just say dig a hole? Give me 6 feet.
Because it wouldn't sound as smart as they're trying to be.
the future, so it has to be cubic meters. Like, how about just like give me 6 feet, give me 8 feet?
Or how about when we reviewed Freaky Farley? Just dig me a hole 4 feet by 8 feet. Why? There's no reason why. Just do it. But it's funny you should mention the comparison to Brave New World in 1984. The film 1984 had only come out 2 years prior to this. So I think a lot of films in this time period that were set in a post-apocalyptic future, they felt that they had something that they needed to compare themselves to. So maybe that's why it's a little, towards that side of 1984, specifically like what you were saying with all these sayings and slogans or whatever they're saying in the background.
Yeah. Now you mentioned lazy screenwriting.
Well, it's all over the place.
Let's underline the first point where I decided I'm done with the film, and we're only a good 10 minutes in, and the little kid, what's his name? The actor Lucas Haas.
Yeah, he's Daniel.
Right. He has this
Which
little
I've never heard my son's name called more. I mean, I thought I called his name a lot just by yelling at him. I think you hear his name Daniel said 50 times in this movie.
Well, because he keeps running away.
Jesus Christ! Stop running away, you little fuck.
So he's deaf. He has this little metallic headset on that helps him hear. Yeah. So when they finds this Bodai glowing Lochnar ball,
Lochnar.
He falls and breaks it, and when he falls and breaks it, we establish that he can't hear because the soundtrack goes, and then he shakes it. It's been done, and they just did it recently in the collection. The same thing. It's like you're telling through the lack of audio, oh, he's deaf and now he can't hear because he lost this. Then he walks into the cavern that appeared when he had his accident, and he finds the Bodai, and when he picks it up, suddenly he can hear. Suddenly the soundtrack comes alive again, and we can hear water dripping and echoing. Right. And he even shouts, "Hey, hey, hey!" And he's like thrilled. And this is like decent, average screenplay process of showing the audience, telling them through actions that now that he's found the ball, he can hear now. I'm like, all right, whatever. Then we stop as a close up on him as he says, "I can hear now."
Yeah, they do that.
And then he looks down and goes, "Because of you." Oh. I'm done. This is the level that the film is going to be. We can't. We just have to assume you're completely stupid because you're watching this. So we're going to make sure we spell everything out.
And let me ask you if you noticed this like I did. Maybe I'm just noticing little things that don't matter. But why, whenever he puts the Bodai in the suit or the case, the box that he has, that he puts his hockey stick or lacrosse hockey stick thing there and then closes the lid on top of it. Is it so that Bodai can breathe?
Yes, because he says, I hope you can breathe. Now, he found it in a pool of water.
He found it in fucking water, yeah.
Right, so now, it's a kid, so I can understand that, but everybody else in the film does the same thing.
Yeah.
So,
especially fucking James LaGrosse's character, who he plays Metron. It's like he's supposed to be the smart guy. They gave him glasses and everything.
Yeah, they gave him. This is one of those films where you see the guy with glasses, and you think, "Oh, he's the smart guy."
And they didn't give him just regular glasses. They gave him the fucking Coke bottle round, "I'm the smart guy" glasses.
They didn't want to make him too geeky.
Yeah, right. And then the guy that plays Rabbit, the black guy, Claude Brooks. What the fuck else has he been in?
Oh,
like, even as like a 13-year-old kid, he looks exactly the same as an adult, and I know I've seen him in other shit.
He didn't really do too much stuff. A lot of TV stuff.
It was TV stuff. Okay.
That was really it. TV stuff.
He's got a very recognizable face. You'd think he'd be more famous. Poor bastard. Wonder if he's done other things other than TV, and that's how I've seen him.
I don't know. I've only seen TV stuff.
Anyway. But, so, what ends up happening is, because they get this orb Bodai, Darstar, who's played by Adrian Pasdar, who went on to do a much better film called Near Dark. He steals the orb because he thinks that because it's doing all this...
why does he steal the orb?
His excuse is that he saw that it was doing great things for them, making them happy, and because he's a fucking passive-aggressive fucking bipolar prick, he was going to steal it, and...
Wow!
What?
Why so much hate for Darstar?
Because it's not Near Dark.
He was emo before emo was emo, so I you know.
Yeah, right? He's got a fucking owl and everything, long fucking hair. Even when they have like the picture of him, like his wanted picture, it looks like something that would have been drawn and put in a video game. It just has that look to it. But or a role-playing game, actually. Anyway, he steals it. His excuse is he steals it because he thought that it would make him happy. And of course it doesn't. It just causes more fucking chaos because now everyone's after the fucking orb because they know that it is whatever you want to call it, magical, whatever, alive. And they know it's dangerous and they want it so that they can do whatever they want with it. And that's basically it. He steals the orb, then they go after him, and then everyone's after them. Until the climax at the end. I mean, it couldn't be more simple. I know we say that a lot with these little films, but they're really not complex at all. It really is ABC and 1, 2, 3, and that's it.
They try to get complex now because at one point, when they go after they go to Tire Town, I'm not getting into Tire Town.
Tire Town.
I'm not getting into it. It's
fucking Tire Town.
When did Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome come out? Before this?
I believe it was the same year. What was this? 86?
Yeah.
Same year.
Yeah.
But I think Thunderdome came out first. Yeah, this came out in November of 1986. I believe Thunderdome was a summer film.
Yeah.
Let me look it up.
So I'm not going to get into Tire Town. You have let me just say it involves tires.
Shit. Fucking Mad Max came out a year before. 85.
Okay.
And Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome wasn't that good either. But it's better than this, but it wasn't that good. And a reviewer compared this to Thunderdome and basically said that this was a poor excuse for it was a Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome ripoff. Now, when you call another film a ripoff of Thunderdome, the weakest of all the Mad Max films, there's a problem.
And I don't think that's true, per se. This is...
No, it's just they're both post-apocalyptic. That's all.
Exactly. It's very basic post-apocalyptic. Nothing new. They weren't.
It's a lazy review, if you ask me.
Yeah, they weren't suddenly all doing post-apocalyptic films with leather, straps and stuff after Mad Max. It made it popular, but they've done it before. Not the case. I don't think so. But anyway, they try to get complicated because when they're at Tire Town and they get chased off by Alexei Sayle, the British comedian from The Young Ones, the girl disappears.
That's right.
And you're like, who kidnapped her? Come to find out, she's actually like, was she like a princess or just the daughter of the leader of a group of underground tribesmen who live in this freshwater paradise underground because, and I quote, centuries ago, a glacier was trapped under a lava flow. And it's been feeding the water. It's been feeding this underground oasis with water ever since.
Yeah, and then they show them that this is the glacier. It's here.
Now,
which just looks like a piece of plastic.
I feel kind of stupid because I have to question. And I don't know whether I feel stupid because I'm not sure if it's possible, or that because I think it's not possible.
Dude, it's so fucking made up.
I actually
Seriously.
I actually did a Google search for. It hurts me. It hurts me that I actually did a Google search with the phrase, "Can a glacier be stuck under a lava flow and produce?" and then I was like, "What the fuck am I doing? What am I doing?"
You got no hits because it's never fucking happened.
Right.
It's completely fucking made up. And when it was written, it's like, this has never happened. So no one will be able to fucking fact check it. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
You're made. Got it made. This film's going to be a fucking hit. No, it wasn't. So I'm surprised anybody actually went on to do other things after this movie.
So I mean, but if you want to break it down into what causes the action, renegade orphans on roller skates find mystical orb Lochnar. Little boy Lochnar stolen. Little boy chases after Lochnar. Roller skate team chases after little boy. They find little boy. Lochnar stolen again. Little boy and team go to save Lochnar.
Right.
Lochnar saved. Suddenly, water becomes plentiful. End of story.
And it's free now.
Well, yeah.
That was their big thing. The water, it's free again. And not for anything, but it's raining for all of 5 minutes, and they've made this grand prediction. It's like, you don't know that.
Oh no!
But then at the end, you see them, running over to what I would assume is a lake, not an ocean, because you can't drink ocean water, dumbasses. But I'm assuming it's the ocean. That's what they use for the shot. But it's like, you don't know. It's only been raining for 10 minutes.
Oh, they know because
they must.
Because the boat eye is part of them.
And not for anything, but when they go run in this water and they go swimming, it's like, do you have any idea how long it would need to rain for that to happen? To create a vast, lake or ocean like that?
At least a half an hour?
Maybe 45 minutes.
Dam breaks too, don't forget though. The dam breaks.
The dam does break.
Because the
But I would imagine they're nowhere near it, because if they were, they'd drown.
The killer robot crashes into the computer panel, so the dam breaks.
Yeah, how about that robot? Could be the dumbest, evil robot ever. Ever. It made the fucking robot from the one from RoboCop 2 seem like fucking genius.
That's because it was.
Compared to this. Now, I didn't do any more fact-checking, but they grabbed both Jamie Gertz and Jason Patric, both were in this, that went on to go do The Lost Boys. Now, when they were talking to that old guy, I swear to Christ, I thought that was Grandpa from Lost Boys. The guy that they brought the fucking, the Lochnar orb boat eye thing to. I'm like, this is the guy from fucking Lost Boys. I go, what'd they do? Grab half of the cast from this and just put them in Lost Boys?
The Frog Brothers were much needed.
Yeah, right? Oh, and the other thing, the music. The fucking music in this film. You know what movie I only kept thinking of when I heard the music in this movie?
No.
Cheech and Chong's Corsican Brothers.
Okay, I definitely wouldn't have...
You need to just rewatch some scenes from Cheech and Chong's Corsican Brothers. And let me tell you something. The fucking music is eerily similar to this. And Cheech and Chong is fucking comedy. This isn't.
So anyway, the scene where James LaGrosse, aka Metron, there's one really glaring scene where he pole vaults over the fence of the military complex where they have the boat eye being tortured,
right. Mm-hmm.
and he when he pole vaults, his roller skates disappear.
Oh, it's a movie mistake.
now you could normally be like, well, obviously they had to sit like that, so I'm sure they hoped nobody would notice. And if they had shot at any other angle than an angle where the first thing that comes over the fence towards the camera is his feet, I would agree with that. They literally picked the one angle where you couldn't be any more aware that he does not have roller skates on, short of like attaching it to his knees.
And then when he lands on the other side, obviously he has roller skates again.
First thing that hits the ground is roller skates.
It's like the one glaring mistake. Well, there's many glaring. Oh, yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
All I'm saying, it's not that the mistake's there. It's that the mistake is filmed in the most obvious, revealing way possible. It's like they didn't even care. It's like, well, his feet are gonna show. Just film it. You know what time? Just film the fucking thing. Okay, fine. Sorry.
Sir, the executives have noted. I don't care. What are we going to do? Have someone pole vault with roller skates on? They're going to break their neck. What are we going to have them do? Run with scissors next? Yeah, okay. Okay, all right.
Half of them are suicidal as it is. They saw the dailies. Come on.
Yeah. What I was going to mention before, it's like Jason Goes to Hell, that whole opening, where the girl is running through the field, but she's supposed to be doing it barefoot. But then there's that one shot where she's walking slowly, and clearly you see her in sneakers. Because she's like, I ain't filming this shit in bare feet. What am I, crazy? They should have just had her run out with sneakers to begin with.
Yeah, what up with that?
What up with that, yo? Anyway.
Anyway.
All right, so we're looking at a 4.4 on IMDb.
Are we done?
Dude, is there anything else?
I like that whole scene where he puts the guy's hand in and does that Dune thing.
Oh, right. Well, but first he's got the one guy from the group that ended up with the Bodai ball. And the one shot, he thinks he has ants or insects all over him. And they really went through the trouble to get that shit on him, because it wasn't a prosthetic. It was actually a person that they had all that shit on. And it was kind of creepy, to be honest. This is another film that was rated PG-13, or was it PG?
Oh, it's PG.
Did this get away with a PG?
PG.
No, it's PG-13.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, it's PG-13. They had that, dude. They had hand melting, and they had, fucking weird insect shit on people's faces.
That was nothing. Poltergeist had more than that, and you can't count that. You can't count that pseudo-romantic scene, even though you can see right through her wet robes.
Well, maybe they are.
I don't. I wonder how old was she when this film was shot. Obviously, I'm talking
Jamie Gertz,
about
maybe
Jamie Gertz.
Early 20s.
I'm double checking her birthday.
Let's see. Was she born in 66? All right, 65. So she was 21. She was 21.
Right. So she's not too young. But there's a brief second where she stands up and the lighting's behind her and it's going right through, and I had to wonder for a moment, did they tell her? Does it look like that on film, or? Now, what else? Roller Babies. I have to say one thing. I was watching this with Holly, and
I'm wrong. It's Andrew McCarthy. Sorry.
There you go. And when we started it up, and you have all the roller skating going on, she said, "This is just like Xanadu, isn't it?" She says, "No, it's not going to be Xanadu." So if they start singing, we're not watching this anymore. No, there's not music in the film. It's not like that. We're not going to be watching Xanadu. When they get to the scene where the military guys crash the gypsy camp, if you catch it ever so briefly, when the tanks or whatever the hell they are, the assault vehicles smash into the town, they knock over a house or like a tent, and behind that tent for a good 3 seconds, there's a billboard. And what's on that billboard?
Fucking Xanadu.
Xanadu. Motherfucker. I mean, this I had to open my mouth. See, I lied. There's Xanadu. No, you got me. This is just like Xanadu. There's the name right there.
Yep.
And it's like BMX Bandits too, where since they're on roller skates, everywhere they go is roller skate accessible.
Was Solarbabies a Disney film?
No, I don't think so. It's too bad to be as well. Actually, that's wrong. It's not too bad.
Because Xanadu was produced by Disney, wasn't it?
Xanadu? I don't know.
You know what? I don't. Fuck.
No,
we reviewed Xanadu so long ago.
This is not a Disney film. It was produced by
Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer and Brook Films. Okay.
Now the film grossed a total of $1.5 million.
It cost $7.5.
Yes.
Poor bastards. And this is one of those films that disappeared too. It only got cable play on Cinemax. So it's not like the days of now where they sell it everywhere and they make their money back. Like nothing's ever a bomb anymore.
I wonder why it disappeared.
Yeah. This was one of those really hard to find, even today, hard to find movies. I wonder if Xanadu is Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer. Let's see if they're MGM.
I mean, it wasn't actually a billboard of the film Xanadu, but it said Xanadu.
Xanadu was Universal Pictures.
So there you go. No connection whatsoever.
Oh, well. None. Charles Durning. The fuck were you thinking?
I think Charles Durning's direction was, all right, so what do you want me to do with the scene? Well, besides my lines. I mean, what's my motivation? Your motivation is to sweat.
Yeah. He's like,
what?
Listen, guys, I got to go make Tough Guys, like, right after this. Can we speed this shit up?
We're going to take your large, aging ass, put you in the middle of the desert. I think it was I think they filmed in Mexico. It says in the trivia section. I think they filmed in Mexico or Spain. It was in Spain. We're going to put you in the middle of the Spanish desert.
I wonder why it cost them $7.5 million.
And you're going to... No, it's probably why it costs less than $7.5 million. And you're going to sweat your ass off until you drop, and then you'll cut. That's why Charles Durning doesn't move during any of his scenes. He just kind of like stands there, like he just gets the words out, and after when they say cut, he just like collapses, and they bring like a wading pool over and roll him into it.
You're right. It was filmed in Spain. It said it was selected for its abundant desert landscape, and it says, ironically, production was held up for several weeks due to, of all things, rain. Great. You go to a country where it has vast deserts, and that area that does nothing but fucking rain. Should have picked their deserts better.
Well, deserts do that. Same thing happened when Terry Gilliam was trying to shoot the Don Quixote movie that ended up getting scrapped. They were out in the middle of the desert, and while they're filming, flash rain, and literally like cameras and shit washed away.
Oh God!
Like it was a production doomed from the start, and that was like the final sign. So you know what? God just hates you guys. You better wrap it up.
It's like Terry, you're a hit or miss guy. It's obviously a miss. Fucking get out.
Miss. He's a hit or miss depending on whether his producer is smart or not.
That's right. We've talked about that before.
Yeah, whenever he has a producer that's like not hip or not on the ball, that's just like is used to just slumming it, everything goes wrong. He needs someone smart to tell him what he can't do. And you can see that through his films. Which ones were the purchase like Time Bandits? They had that whole scene with the spider cave and the spider lady with the eyes on stuff. And like the producer's like, listen, we don't have the money. You can't do it. So all right, we'll work around it. And thanks to that, we have that lovely scene with the glass wall. That whole scene was because of that.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. Then you get like when Adventures of Baron Munchausen, where the producer's just like, okay, we'll get you that, and then everything goes wrong. Yeah.
It's amazing that movie is as good as it is with all the problems they had making it.
Yeah, but I think it's because I don't know. I just downloaded Tideland. I'm gonna finally watch that.
Oh, really? I haven't seen that myself.
I've heard it's god awful.
Really?
I've heard it's amazingly god awful. So I'm dying to see it.
That's one of that's a new film by him, right?
That was the most recent one. He's got a new one coming out soon. I forget what it is.
Now, wait a minute. Did you see the one that he did, the actual last performance of Heath Ledger, that film?
No, I've not seen that.
Because I think people wanted to review it well because it was the last film Heath Ledger was in, like really. But I don't think it did. Oh, there's a new trailer for the new Hobbit film.
Oh, good.
The Desolation of Smaug.
Yeah.
Poster looks pretty interesting.
I gotta say,
What?
watching Solarbabies, at the end, he brings Richard Jordan brings the boat eye.
Jesus, Thailand was done 8 years ago.
He brings the boat eye to the evil, to this evil scientist at the military base.
Uh-huh.
And she's gonna like tear this thing apart. She's so delectably evil. And here's my robot. It can see on a molecular level. It knows how to tear it apart. And I'm watching it.
It loves it.
Like, you look familiar. Who is this lady?
It's a chick from Superman 2.
This chick from Superman 2, right?
Oh, I noticed that immediately.
No, she's wearing all white. It threw me off.
Well, yeah, because she's wearing nothing but black and red in Superman 2. probably right.
Is there anything else to cover with Solarbabies? You got roller skating, you got evil lacrosse, you got the pseudo-Nazi fascist regime that hoards all the water and has robots specifically designed to tear apart magical balls. You've got the pseudo sexless sex scene with Jason Patrick and Jamie Gertz.
Yeah, where you see more of his abs than anything else.
Yeah, but she's covered in this white flowing robe. He's like stripped down to the waist. Like, see, I work out. See, this is why I'm going to be on 21 Jump Street. See, it's kind of sad. And what am I missing? You've got Tire Town, and then more roller skating, and then the underwater glacier covered by lava flow, which I'm pretty sure can't happen. At least not to the extent where thousands of years later it'd still be funneling water into I don't.
Bruce Payne is in it.
Bruce Payne is in it.
Dungeons and Dragons. Bruce Payne, the fucking guy with the blue lipstick.
He was with Alexei Sayle. It was the two British guys that got the film.
Yeah. Malice and Dodger.
Which was definitely because of Mad Max. That was a rebuff.
Oh, absolutely.
We need some British people in this. We're in Spain. Where are we going to find fucking British people? Well, Alexei Sayle's available. Of course he's available. Yeah.
What else is he doing?
I just love
Peter DeLuise before he went on to do 21 Jump Street.
I just love it when they show. That's the best part when Alexei Sayle, when they show it. The attack vehicles are rolling back into the military base, and Alexei Sayle and like 3 or 4 other British guys are like yelling at the jeeps and like shaking. And so wait a minute, are they bullying the military? Leave it to the British guys. They're like standing outside of a military base talking smack to them to the fence. And no one's telling them like to go away.
Right.
just ignore them and they'll leave.
All right. So the film is 4.4 on IMDb. I had no problem just giving it just a 4.
3.
3?
You know why I have to go 3 instead of 4?
Why is that?
I can hear now. Because of you.
Yeah, well, you know what? Hey, 3 or 4, it's pretty fucking bad either way. But you know what? The film needs to be brought down. It's a little too close to average. It's only 0.6 away from being considered average.
This is not an average film.
This is well below average. We need to bring it down. You're right. 3 it is.
This is one of those films where you need to seriously ask yourself, besides the kids in the film who can be forgiven for not understanding it, what adult was involved in this movie that I apologize, that's not podcast worthy. Which of these adults? Charles Durning could not have been on that set thinking, well, this is going to turn out to be a good film. No. Richard Jordan did not finish the scenes and go, well, can't wait to see the dailies on that. No, this is a film where everybody involved has to realize that this is complete shit. From the minute they read the script to when they take the role, nobody on this set is thinking, this is going to break records. No. They're hoping it'll break even, which it didn't.
You never know. They probably had high hopes for it. They were probably hoping for word of mouth. They said, there's been worse shit than this. It really hasn't.
Even set design, even costume department. Costume department was the first, where they were the first people to know this film was going to suck. Say, wait, so you just want like hockey pads with stars and stripes painted on them?
Yeah. What was with Richard Jordan's outfit in this? He did everything but fucking goose step.
Well, in order to portray proper fascism, you have to wear the uniform.
I guess so.
And then he kills Charles Durning's flowers.
Yeah.
He's
That's
using
right.
his water. He's using his water ration to water like begonias in the middle of the desert. And Richard Jordan just walks up there and is like, heat stick, fuck you. Didn't even step on him.
Or how about the best line?
Oh, I was thinking,
the best line in the film comes from Richard Jordan when he goes over to the little kid and couldn't be any more creepy when he says, "Is this your ball?" Dude, creeped out when he did it. Creeped out. Is this your ball? I think he actually said, "Is this your ball, kid?" Yeah. It's like I got chocolate and puppies in the back. It's like, whoa.
Don't forget when they're in their little secret clubhouse and they're playing with the bow tie first, and Jamie Gert's like, "Can I touch it?"
Hit close.
Touch the ball.
Touch the ball.
But I think I don't remember the film that much from a kid until I watched it again. So I forgot. I forgot about the flower thing. But when he walks up on the steps, like he's gonna step on those flowers. He's like, no, that's not evil enough. Heat stick, die.
Fuck your flowers.
He's the bad guy.
He's the bad guy.
He killed flowers. All that was missing was like a tear rolling down Charles Durning's face.
It was masked by sweat. Even if he was crying, you couldn't see it.
He probably was crying. This is take 17. What the fuck? You okay, Charles? I'm fine.
It's fucking 97 degrees in the shade. It's 104. The fuck's wrong with you people? Can't you see I have a problem?
Whenever I'm watching a film like this, and you get somebody like as famous as Charles Durning, all I can think of is what's going through his mind. Like, what film is he thinking about? Like, it was like with Peter O'Toole when he was in Supergirl. All you can think of is like when they say cut every now and then. It's like, I was in Lawrence of fucking Arabia, right?
He's like, I was the voice in the opening scenes of Scarface, right?
Oh, forget that. Like, you see Charles Durning snap in the middle of a take. Have any of you motherfuckers seen The Sting?
Or how about Tough Guys? I'm in that shit. I'm filming it now. I know it's better than this crap. Fucking Kirk Douglas does fucking jumping jacks like I'm fucking champ. Gets a 20-year-old. I'm in that movie. Burt Lancaster, Grapes of Wrath. Eat it. I'm naming films that I'm not in.
It's like, I miss Tootsie. I miss Tootsie. I miss Tootsie. You what? Anything that makes the best little whorehouse in Texas seem like a good career choice.
Is Charles Durning still? No, he died last year. Oh, no, he died just a few months ago. He died on Christmas Eve.
Wow.
December 24th, 2012. Just a mere, 5 months ago? 6 months ago.
I'm surprised they haven't re-released this just to commemorate his passing.
Oh, that's not right.
Did they mention that? I want to find the one announcement of his death. Say, you remember him from some Solarbabies. Superbabies. Actually, three times when I was typing on our Facebook and our Tumblr, just posting pictures about the film and videos and stuff. 3 times I accidentally typed and had to erase Rollerbabies. Because they're on fucking roller skates the whole film. Why wasn't it called?
That's right, Rollerbabies.
I have this weird gut feeling that at one point it was Rollerbabies.
And they're like, those rollerblades aren't going to catch on.
No, because they were still on skates. Well, I'm saying I just feel like at some point they changed it for some reason from Rollerbabies. I guess maybe because they thought roller skating wasn't as big as a fad in '86 as it was in '73. So I just have this weird feeling that somebody said, "Fuck it, call it Solarbabies." What? Why does that make sense? Why does them being on roller skates make sense? Solarbabies, it is.
Charles Durning was nominated for 2 Oscars just a mere 3 and 2 years before he did this. How the fuck could he have been like, all right, what do you got for me? Because I know I didn't win. He couldn't have been, on a downward spiral because he didn't win. He was nominated in 1983 for Best Actor. Right? No, for Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. And then he was nominated for an Oscar. Yeah. Then he was nominated for Best Actor in a supporting role for To Be or Not to Be.
I thought.
They're both supporting roles. They're both supporting roles.
But I thought he got an Oscar nomination for Tootsie. He didn't. Could have sworn he did.
I'm looking at his resume. He might have got another, like a Golden Globe nomination for it.
Somebody got an Oscar nomination for Best Little Whorehouse in Texas?
Yeah.
Apparently, I need to watch this film. Or rewatch.
Isn't that the one with Burt Reynolds and Dom DeLuise? He's probably in that too. Fucking Dolly Parton.
I know.
Yeah, Dom DeLuise is in it.
Of course he is.
I haven't fucking seen that movie in 25 years.
No, I know what the film is. I think I have to revisit it and see why an Oscar.
I wasn't saying what it was. I was just saying who was in it. That's all.
But you're saying it as if I didn't like recognize the film. That's all.
No, I was asking you to kind of remind me.
Why? Best Little Whorehouse in Texas.
Yeah. I said, isn't that the film with Burt Reynolds and Dolly Parton? That's it.
Yeah, don't you know that?
No. I mean, I knew it because subconsciously I know this shit, but I don't remember. I saw that movie 25 years ago, 30 years ago.
He was also in Dark Knight of the Scarecrow, which I have a copy of, but I haven't watched it.
Oh.
It's made for TV, though, so we can't.
Never heard of it. I hate TV movies. That's why I've never seen it.
Yeah. Well, we have to do Killdozer because one of our
we can do Killdozer. I watched a little bit of it. It's interesting.
I'm getting a copy of the short story. I got a copy of it on an ebook. It's based on a novella called Killdozer. So I want to read it first, and then I want to review the book and the movie.
That's fine. Definitely do that.
Wonder if that's where Stephen can get the idea for Maximum Overdrive.
God, maybe.
So are we good with a 3?
We're good with a 3.
All right, I'll put it in. Hang on one second. The official vote is 3 stars. Take that, Bodai. I'll have to sign in. I'm not signed in. Jesus. I'm signed in now. I signed in with. There we go. Moviesucktastic votes 3 stars.
All right. Is it time?
Are we done?
I think we're done. It's time.
I think we're solar babied out.
I think so. All right. Thank you everybody for joining us for Moviesucktastic episode 113. They just the hits keep on coming. All right, you can go to our website at moviesucktastic.com and you can download all of our episodes there, or you can watch us live from the website when half of the show is not, my voice isn't coming through. You can go to iTunes and you can download the show there and leave us reviews. You can also call us and leave us voicemail at 908-514-4470. You can email us at themovieguys@moviesucktastic.com. You can go to our Facebook page at facebook.com/moviesucktastic, which is where we post all of our episodes to download as well, plus trailers, and when we can, the full movies of the movies we review. And that pretty much does it.
I just want to double down. Fuck me. I just want to mention again, we do have a Tumblr that's going, and we're adding posts to it, so please check in our Tumblr page. It's moviesucktastic.tumblr.com. I think that's correct. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
You can watch us live there. You can watch our posts, our movie posters, stills from the films, videos, and whatever else fucking amuses us is up there.
Absolutely. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We'll talk to you next week.
And just remember, that's your ball, kid.
Is that your ball, kid? Can I play with your ball?
Can I touch it?
If your ball is glowing, you should probably see a doctor.
Joey.
Yeah.
I can hear
my ball. It finally dropped.
Damn it, you beat me to it. That's it. We're done.
All right, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.